Listen, I'm not a huge religious guy. I'm not. My dad was a Baptist minister when I grew up. He died when I was 5, so I didn't have a lot of religious influence, but I do recall there's something about not worshiping false idols. And there's a lot of truth to that, whether you believe in what the Bible says or not. Okay. We have a problem in today's day and age where we worship false idols. We worship politicians. We worship musicians, actors, you name it. Random motherfuckers on YouTube, TikTok, all these social media platforms. Now, some people you might appreciate what they do and you're not obsessive. There are some people that out there that just do their thing and it just so happens that people like what they do. I don't think I have anybody that worships me and that kind of bothers me, I guess. Deep down, deep down it does. What's a guy got to do? Huh? All joking aside, we do have a problem with that where people just are so desperate to be noticed, so desperate to be put up on a pedestal that they don't even bother to think about what are the consequences. What am I actually doing here? And that's an issue. And you got the people following along blindly to individuals on social media, actors, politicians, stuff like that, musicians, where they'll blindly follow them and regardless of what's staring them back in the face. We all have those moments where we need to stop and take a step back and go, what am I getting out of this relationship? Whether it's a you and your partner, you and your friends, coworkers, what is the relationship going on? Is it a positive one? If it's not positive, how can it be positive? And if it can't be positive, do I really even need to be a part of this anymore? And then you start putting that towards your favorite musician. You do that towards your favorite actor, your favorite politician, your favorite. Yeah, and let's be honest, I'm talking about Trump too. Yes. I know that that's a sore subject, but there's sometimes where you see a politician, not just him, but other politicians too, and you're like, Jesus Christ, the fuck are they saying? That goes on both sides. He obviously stands out because he's that big blinking orange light that everybody can't help but notice. But everybody does it on all sides. Where you stop and you start digging, and you're like, dude, they've said some fucked up shit. It's not just him, it's all of them. And it makes you go, am I following for the right reasons? What the fuck am I doing? I know I'm kind of going veering off on some randomness. At the end of the day, we tend to follow and worship false idols. And while I'm not a religious man, I can appreciate what's in the Bible. And at the base of it, what a lot of what the Bible teaches is about being a good person. There are parts that at its core is be kind to one another. Don't project negativity. Yes, I went on a tangent. Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. We have a problem and we're not going to get any better at it. And until somehow, some way, influencers, the people that like that stupid dickhead McGee with his Lambo that crashed, and then he starts begging for money. Individuals like that, when those people stop getting attention and platforms because they're projecting negativity and irresponsibility, until we can get rid of that, it's not going to get any better. Eventually, that needs to be managed, but it's a glaring problem. People want clout. They do. I get it. But how do you stifle that? How do you at least pat it down so it's not as engulfed? You may follow somebody You may appreciate some of the things that they say. Are you a good person? That's it. That's really at the end of the day what you should be doing is worrying about, am I a good person? And if I'm an influence to people around me, am I influencing positivity? That's what you should be worried about. Because if you're not, you're an asshole, and you should think about the way you handle yourself. Anyway, I'm gonna go take a nap.